Hey Taurus, welcome to Tourmaline Tarot. We're going to do a quick weekend read for you. What do we got going on? Oh, we only have the Devil reversed. Good for you, Taurus. So what about this Devil? Which way are we going with that? All right, it's a chunk, but we're doing it. So you have the King of Swords, Knight of Wands, and Seven of Wands. I feel like whatever you're kind of turning your back on, you gave it a fair shake. Because the Knight of Wands is almost like, you know, I'm going to pull out of this. I'm going to pull out of whatever situation this is. I'm going to step back. I'm going to put some boundaries up, but I'm also going to, like, kind of be available if you want to, like, talk, or if you, like, I'm kind of going to, I'll leave the door open a crack. But I think you feel like you might need to slam it shut, because then you got the Seven of Wands, where it's like, give me a minute. So if people are pushing you, I'm going to see how this wraps up first before I go running my mouth. Oh, it's just Ten of Cups and Justice. I mean, the scales are tipping back in your favor. If they, you know, not even that they're tipping, but it's just like there's a balance achieved. Because the cups have to be upright in order for them to be filled up. So, you know, it's I feel like in some way, though, especially with this heart jumping out at me in the scale, you have to go with your gut. You have to go with some kind of feels. You know, I feel like that there's something that you can kind of finally put your hands on in some way, like you finally got the proof, or like not necessarily proof, but there's something that allows you to be very decisive, where you're like, there it is, that's what I was waiting on. Because what is this Devil reversed about? Okay, so it is about the Two of Swords reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, Wheel of Fortune reversed, and Eight of Wands. You could have felt like you weren't getting anywhere with something, or somebody wasn't constantly like giving you half the truth, but it still wasn't what you wanted. And then I do get the feeling like someone was dragging feet. Like it was like, oh yeah, we'll go. But it's like, let's talk about it. Because you have the 7, the 8, and the 9 of Wands. So it's like you were open, you were cool, and then you hit a point of like, this is not cool. And you needed to kind of move things along yourself. So what is this Justice about? Four of Swords and Five of Wands. You need a break. You need a break from any kind of tussles, confusions, whatever. It's also just watch out for people trying to pull you back in to whatever it is. Like, you know how people lay bait where they're like, or like the way they phrase stuff, it's flipping it back on you, and you're like, no, I didn't say that. That's not what I meant. It's like, you know how you get in those circular arguments where you're just like, there's absolutely no point of us doing this. Watch out for that, because I think you get a leg up on some kind of freedom. There's like a big exhale, like, oh, okay, whew. Like it might not have been the most fun thing, but at the same time, it allows you to just kind of kick the door open on other stuff, and you're just like, thank you, that's what I've been waiting for. Because it felt like things are on pause, especially with that Wheel of Fortune being reversed. I say this in kind of terms for a relationship, but this could be something that like you were working on a project, or there was something for work, or there was like, say you were trying to put together a family trip, and it's just like, it just, no, you know what I mean? Something like that. It's like you finally get the peace to finish what you need to do. And the Four of Swords, I don't take that as depression and stuff. That's more like, just give me a hot second, okay? Because I always get that kind of vibe with the Seven of Wands too, where it's like, give me a minute. Give me a minute. So you get your minute. And that's nice. Just watch for people trying to poke. It drives me nuts. So, then we have the Oracle. Yeah, so it's like, you know what's important. You know what matters. You know, so this is nice saying this, because this is like Wheel of Fortune card for me. This is Lilies, which is fate, destiny, etc. If there's something that you've been like, no, this is important, we're doing this, it's recognized. But it requires kind of a pivoting, because you have the Heart, Lightning, Coffin, which means there's something that kind of comes out, which does make you have to kind of change your mind, or maybe change tactics, or how you approach something, because a coffin just means there's a before and after. There's something that, there's a switch that turns. Give me one on this coffin. What about it? It doesn't mean death. Like I said, it's like, you know, transition, change time. Something is making you move ahead. Because with the Lion and the ring. This is the other surprise card, but it's a more of an active surprise card because you're able to kind of step up and defend yourself like a lion would, right? So there's some kind of new cycle that you're popping into. Usually I'd say this is relationships, but with this, I don't think it is. Give me one on this Destiny. I feel like it is the more cycle thing, but like a positive one. Yeah, so there's some kind of handshake, agreement, etc. that kind of moves things forward. A meeting in the middle, and then here's the Tower, which is the contract's Hierophant type energy. So if it is a relationship, I think it does kind of move to a new level on its own. Like there's just something that happens where you're like, okay, didn't see that coming, but I'll take it. But like I said, there's like a very big like before after. If somebody wasn't talking or doing what they should have been doing, you're like, no. And then that flips, and then they're like, wait, no, wait, and you're like, shh. Taurus says shh. But you staying the course allows you to kind of go off on your own path and be like, no, here's what I'm doing. So Taurus, I like this for you. It's a lot to cram in a weekend, so let me know how it goes, all right? That's what I have, and I'll talk to you later.